What's happening, everybody? It is Thursday night. Get my nights correct. Once again, we are live with you doing a barrel pick with Bill McBrayer and Brian Smith. I'm so glad they could do this with us again. Tonight is the judge, the big one, the big box bottle. We are ready to do this. We've got samples poured. We've got a killer lineup of tasters with us tonight, and let's go ahead and start bringing those on. Let's bring on Adam Shelton, the man, the legend. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, man.
We've got Brian Smith right there. Hey, buddy.
Good to see you guys.
Thanks for doing this with us again, man.
Oh, love it, man. Wouldn't miss it.
The Trav. What's going on, buddy?
I thought you said this was a great lineup. Oh, okay.
Sorry. I don't know how he got here. Cheers, man. And we got Bill McBrayer with us. The Top Jimmy. The Drifting Drams. And, oh, my Lord, I don't know what these clowns are doing. But till they straighten up, we'll just leave them in the background. What's up, Raj? How you doing, man? Here, can y'all see this?
What's going on, guys?
See through your Corvette guys here. Look at this get up.
Shorts make it.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
You notice they both have.
That's more Captain Planet than Captain.
We got races on Sunday. We're just getting prepared. You know how to.
Marty, I think they've been drinking the Eastman water, just so you know.
Hey, Marty, I updated the giveaway banner.
Thank you. Good. I just had to get something started. Thank you for doing that. Oh, the Green River weeded. Sweet. Holy hell.
Oh, wow. Heck yeah.
Is that the Liquor Barn pick, Toby?
That's the one right there.
Heck yeah. That's
Thank
a good
you,
one.
man. So we're going to do a McBrayer sample pack, Green River, and a JD Heritage. Sweet.
We'll throw one of these in there too.
Awesome. Guys, just tag me in the chat if you do the Venmo PayPal. So, all right. David Smith.
There he
what's going
is.
on, man?
David Smith.
Let's get the pours going. Paul P., you should have a special delivery in the next day or two. Cheers, buddy.
Here's Paul.
Miracle Martinez is here. The Top Dog is here.
Hey, guys.
The is that? Wait a minute, Gary. What's going on, D?
Gary.
Good to see you. I love the review today. Adam says, "Cheers." All right, boys. I think we're about ready. Everybody else has been spoken for. Let's get it on. Let's start drinking. So we got 5 samples, guys. A, B, C, D, E. We're going to do like we did the last 2. We're going to take some notes, taste them, try to see how we do on the palate, and pick a winner. I've got a control pour of Wilderness Trail over here. So
Yeah, let's go around the room. What's everybody sipping on for a control pour?
no whammies. I got you, T.
I grabbed one of the barrel samples that you guys did.
Let's see. We had.
Okay. Oh, there you
I'm
go.
in a hotel room in DC, so I don't have a sample or a control pour.
Ethan,
Got 100 proof Old Forester.
Oh, nice. A bullet.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one from over there?
Hey, Gunnerstrip.
Yep.
It's so good.
Yes, it is.
It'll be a video there tomorrow, Paul. It's just easier. We can't watch both chats at the same time.
Oh, is this your channel, Marty?
Huh?
Is this on your
Yeah.
Oh,
There's more viewers here than I'll just drop it as the last one I just dropped as a video.
Yeah. Feel free to unsub, Tom. We get it.
Somebody's got a lot of background noise right now.
All right. We ready?
Yeah.
Bill, give us a little background on the judge, maybe even outside of whiskey.
Oh, sure. So this is William Harrison McBrayer, known as the judge. He was the first judge in Anderson County, Kentucky, or Anderson County. Yeah, first judge in Anderson County. Thus, he was known as the judge, and he established the distillery in 1847, and the distillery started as the W.H. McBrayer Distillery. But it wasn't until about 1852 or 3 that he wanted to start to distance his name, and it became the Cedarbrook Distillery. But later on, they didn't have trademarks back then, so then people started pirating the McBrayer name and putting it on whiskey. So he started adding his name back to the Cedarbrook bottles as W.H. McBrayer's Cedarbrook Bourbon. When we first started, when we had the letter of this product from him to E.H. Taylor that had the mash bill on the back of it, we wanted to honor him, and thus we started out as the W.H. McBrayer product for him, since that was there for his first product as well. And we couldn't be happier with it. This has been such a great project to use that old mash bill that's really unique compared to the other products that are out there. This product is an 88% Bloody Butcher red corn bourbon.
That's awesome, Dave. I'm glad you like it, man.
And
That was
Smith, it's really because of Toby. Let's be real. Marty was just there.
so. Bill, was it common back in the day to have red corn even in the mash bill back then?
So we don't know. We just knew that the red corn was a heritage corn, so our goal was to use something that we knew was made back then. I've read that there was some white corn back then that was used, and possibly some yellow corn, but most likely there was also some red corn that was used. That was an Indian corn back then. It was grown, probably one of the first corns that was grown in Kentucky, and so that's why we wanted to make sure it was something that we knew came from the 1800s.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we went in the barrel at 105 proof. So back then, they usually barreled whiskey between 90 and 105 proof because the whiskey was better than the water, right? So you didn't want to proof it down with bad water. So they just drank straight whiskey back then. And, all these samples are somewhere between what'd we say, like 104 and 108, I think is what these are.
Let me see here.
I think there's one is
102.
102.
Yeah.
Wasn't one almost 110? I thought one hit
Or
110.
over 110.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, we're ranging between 102 and 114.
114.
Wow, we got some up to 114.
Yep.
But what makes
And
this
those
so
are
great,
round numbers.
when you go in the barrel so low and you're just bringing it right out of the barrel, there's so much viscosity to this, right? You're not. It's such an easy drinker at these lower proofs, but they're just so thick,
Yep.
I feel like this first one drinks. It's got to be drinking higher than the proof to me.
I think so.
Hey,
It's so creamy. Jesus.
Yep. It's got a
And
great
red
pepper
fruit
finish.
roll up.
buttery.
Yeah, I got that fruit note. Somebody said fruit note.
Mm-hmm. It's like a fresh crack fruit roll up.
I like that note.
Oh, since Ethan and I guess Big Vic's in the chat, I guess it's a good time to just let it roll.
Big Vic and Ethan suck.
Yep.
And that's what happens when you work for a local government. You've got way too much free time. On you.
There's absolutely 100% truth in what he just said. I am proof of that.
If anybody's permits are late, you can thank Marty.
I hope Marty's boss isn't watching.
She drinks whiskey. She's already, her and our assistant engineer that works with me, he's already asked me when we're going to release them. He's ready. Daniel.
Man.
Hoopa.
Oh.
The nose on the second one is definitely different than the first one.
Yes.
That's what I'm hitting now. A turn into strawberries and cream for me, man.
Yeah. Butterscotch.
Oh, totally.
A little bit of
Totally.
orange marmalade on the nose.
Well, that's a good note. Yeah, orange marmalade. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice catch, Katie. That's good.
She's bougie. That's what she does.
Knew it was gonna come
That's
out.
why I like her so much.
Two, I haven't tasted it yet, but two, man, you put your nose in there and it started singeing my nose hairs a little. I'm wondering if two's one of the hotter ones.
I don't know if I get
I mean,
that.
ever so slightly, but
Ooh,
It's darker than A, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm on C, and it's speaking to me.
C was amazing when I smelled it earlier.
Adam, that's just because you didn't take your meds, dude.
I'm off the meds, Ethan.
Exactly.
No, I'm well. They turned me loose from the nervous hospital.
Okay, whatever you say, bro.
Turn you lose. Kevin O.
More budget cuts, huh?
Is that a
Yep.
turn me loose.
quote, Adam?
Huh?
Is that a Sling Blade quote?
Good catch.
They said I'm well from it.
Well, hello.
Thank you, Kevin.
Marty gave Trey food.
You gave him the big.
Candy bar.
No, I didn't.
There's more truth to what Paul P just posted than I'd like to admit.
I mean, facts.
Holy shit.
Oh.
I'm just now tasting B, so I'm liking that.
I'm nosing and then going back through and tasting.
Yeah.
B
Good Lord.
is a
Okay,
little
Adam.
more
Okay, Adam. I hear you.
I'm getting.
That's the one. That's the one. C was the one that was easily the darkest that you could see at the 5 in the glass.
Yeah. Even the
It's
dark
almost like it's fruity, but almost like a Milky Way bar too.
Yeah.
B and C
The nougat
stuck out on the table when we all sat down. The rest of them were all the same
close.
color as A, D, and E. And I admit, I think Travis maybe and I were talking about it, that I've got a guard against that just to gravitate,
Wow.
Kind of make sure that, what I'm seeing really matches.
Holy crap. E has that orange marmalade note you were talking about, Katie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Big time.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's all over the nose on it.
I think B's
First
palate.
the stage just comes right at you.
Super sweet. All right.
Yeah. East
Yes, you
B's
do,
got a
Paul.
lot going on there. Wow.
If y'all go back to and nose 8, is it just kind of dead in the glass now?
A smells like Maker's Mark to me. Is that weird?
I'm struggling to get anything.
No, I go back to A, and all I get, is the orange.
Yeah.
I mean, I did.
It's just something. It's faded or something.
It is, but it's almost like a cinnamon orange.
Yeah.
Spiced, maybe like a clove spiced orange, like a or something.
I don't think it's muted. I just think now that we've gone through some of the others.
Cheers, Marie.
Lighter on the
I think
nose.
it's just not fair. I agree, Toby. I think that the other two just like A's playing in the big leagues now,
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, it's just brighter. It is brighter.
Yeah.
I still love that butteriness on the nose, man.
Yeah. Super buttery.
Oh, that palate's fantastic on A.
Yeah, it is.
They're all really good.
It's going to be a hard choice.
God, the leather on C is pretty solid.
I don't know if I've ever tasted anything like that. That was crazy. It's like cloyingly fruity. It's those fruit cups you used to get in your lunchbox when you were a kid. Well, never mind.
Yeah. No.
Big age range here.
No. And you can drink the juice.
Yeah, the juice in that.
Yeah, right.
I can't pick out which fruits it is.
If we drink all that nasty ass juice. Thank you, Eric.
Pretty sure you just called 80% of the stream old, Adam. Well done.
No, I would have just said 80% of the stream's old, including me.
Tommy D.
Speaking of old.
Oh, God.
Man, that is.
Oh, my Lord.
I heard Tommy's a new adult diaper model over in Japan.
Pretty.
They call those sumo wrestlers, I think.
Yokozuna. Yep.
I
They call them
keep
Yokozunas. It's win and
the cocoa and the warm butter.
Say that again.
yeah.
Brian?
The nose on D is just striking with the cocoa and the warm
Yep.
butter. That one just.
Are y'all
That's
getting
hitting on
the
cylinders right
leather
there.
note? Or is that just me?
On which one?
See? On the
I haven't
palate?
gotten there yet.
I ain't gotten there.
Yeah.
Anybody else get butterscotch on C? I got pretty good butterscotch now on C, C on the palate.
Paul's asking about the how we chose these barrels. So Brian and I went through and we picked 10 barrels, and then when we were all at BourbonCon, we went through those 10 and picked these 5. And what was pretty amazing was the other 5 that we didn't pick when we were sitting around at BourbonCon. We were given samples of them, and people were going crazy for them, and it didn't even make the list.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Marty, you saying like a saddle leather on C? Is that what you're getting?
Something like that. Not really baseball glovey. It's more something
Women's shoe
Outdoory leather.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a different kind of weird. It's not like you're chewing on your string of your baseball glove. It's different.
I don't want to know where you put your nose, Marty.
For me, it was I got the leather on the rib, but then it was like into like sweet tobacco.
Yeah.
See, it was like leather and sweet tobacco, and then almost a little chocolatey.
Man, D and E come off a little muted, but Jesus, the profile on them is so good.
Well, I think you're coming off a big nose on C.
Yeah.
And then, don't get too hard on D and E. Give them a break for a second, and then hit back to them.
I have a question.
Yeah. I cut back over to A and B, going through and then come back just to balance it out a little.
We covered this already, but I want to clarify. These are all the same mash bill.
Yes.
Correct.
What?
Right?
Wild.
Yeah, isn't it crazy?
Yeah, the note sheet I sent you, Adam, it's got
Yeah.
the mash bill at the bottom of it.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, and this is it's all Wilderness Trail.
So what we did was when we had our first barrels, we said we wanted to use a Bloody Butcher corn, and we got the corn from Woodhat Bourbon out in St. Louis. And so we made our first 10 barrels, but then we left some for seed, and we had a farmer down the street there in Danville grow the corn for us. And so so these barrels are what we said, these are mostly 6.5, and there's one 7.5 years old, I think is what we said. So these were from 2019. Is that right? No,
2018.
Yeah, 19. And one from 2018.
Yep.
Ooh.
Well, I'm glad I wouldn't.
Yes.
Yeah, with these being all over the place, y'all don't forget to control pour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was way out in left field there for a second. Let me get some water.
So this American light whiskey has meant by control pour.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Marty, you're right. C It's leather. No, the nose is leather and oak,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
different than the others.
The nose on C is pretty amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. What do y'all think about the finish on B?
It's
I don't know yet.
right now. It's B. B's probably my second. Yeah, probably number 2 right now.
Which one?
finish
I'm really. I got to D and E, and now
Oh, B.
after I go back from D and E to A, B, or C, and it just D and E are just light.
See, and that's kind of what I was getting at, right? The profile on is great.
I mean, no doubt.
They being next to C, they have trouble standing up.
Well, and that's why I went back and started doing them next to A, and A's kicking their ass.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
I kind of like E though. I thought E. I liked E.
They're all good. It's
Mhm.
just
I really like the
Yeah.
nose on E. I haven't gotten the palate yet.
yeah.
I thought E was right there with C when it came to the nose.
Cheers, Randall.
Maybe not quite as good, but I had them as 1A and 1B.
Yeah, but different though. I don't disagree. It's E's a lot of orange marmalade again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I can't get that out of my mind.
See, I got that on B. Is that what the consensus is?
Yeah, right.
B was orange as all get out, and I dug it.
I think we're gonna have a choice to make. What profile we're looking for, you know?
I think the first 3 are close for me. I think I have a favorite, but the first 3 are really close.
Oh man.
But
I really like the finish on D though.
The finish on D is very nice. It's very sugary.
See, it's like between the first 3, it's like A is super fruity, and C is oaky, and then B splits the middle.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
I just found my favorite note on C, so it's
Yep.
already locked up for me.
Yeah.
Sounds like we should just start putting them together. Just start blending them together.
Yeah. Adam, is that cheese? Is that your favorite?
Yeah.
note? Okay.
It's the easy cheese that comes in the can. Yeah.
Spray cheese.
Cheese.
You got my cheese whiz, boy.
Hell yeah. You know you can put that on a Ritz cracker and shoot it up through the center of the cracker?
Yes. Yes.
I didn't know that when I was a kid.
Travis invented that.
Oh, okay.
He sent me that.
I
I
can
need you to go
send
back in time.
10 of them as much as I can get to still go through. So
It's the cheese whiz boy. That's from Blues Brothers, right?
Somebody's got too much time.
Well, that's the kind of dedication we need in the sciences.
Yeah, but another thing about that spray cheese is you can put that on a Ritz cracker, put it on a windowsill, and come back in 10 years, and it's still safe to eat.
Like McDonald's.
Yeah. Hey, the big arch burger, guys. Woo!
Whopper better.
Always was a Whopper.
I'm just looking for something different.
I will email you, David. I will email you tomorrow to do that because what we'll probably have to do is cancel it on our side, and then you can.
Shouldn't have to. There should be a subscription management page.
Oh, okay.
I just need to. We need to get you the link or figure out how to make that more transparent. We got you, dude. No big deal.
I swear to God, I'm now getting tobacco leather quick and fast on the finish of A. I don't mind.
You chewing again?
Yeah.
No, I don't have a dip in at all.
No, just
That's
I was
probably.
gonna say
I'm not going to do that.
rewash, do something in between it because
I'm drinking ginger ale.
That never gets old to me. It's always funny when someone says it.
As much as I like the nose on C, I like the finish better on 2 or 3 of the other ones better.
All right. I don't like the nose on D at all.
D. I'm with you. I think D is probably the weakest nose out of the 5.
No, I think A's pretty weak on the nose.
It almost smells like a marker or something.
Hey, everybody out there, get in on the Venmo, PayPal, Super Chats. We got a bottle of WH McBrayer up tonight. A Green River cast strength single barrel up tonight. And a JD Heritage up tonight.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What do you got again?
Big-
And I'm doing
Toby, what do you
Copenhagen.
back of all these.
Toby, what were those?
To me,
All right.
Sorry,
to me,
what?
D's nose is the most. It can't figure out what it wants to be.
What were those bottles again?
The Heritage Jack Daniels and the weeded pick from Liquor Barn of the Green River.
Ah,
Yeah, you remember that Green River we got last year? This time
Yeah.
last year?
It's their
Mhm.
number
Yeah,
two.
it's 1 year later.
okay.
Dang.
Hey,
got
note
the
to
one
skull.
just-
Not yet, Paul. I'm not got one in. I'm not going to do that to anybody. I will when we get done picking.
I might do a 30 milligram tonight.
I was going to say, Marty, that's when you kick it in. That's when you dial it
Well,
in.
when I tell you what, when I'm down to battling the last two, I'll see what it comes through. We'll see.
Ooh.
I just don't know if I can get past it.
Yeah.
The nose and palate on D are vastly different.
I'm
Oh
out.
my gosh.
Palate's pretty good.
It's not enough to make up for the nose. The other ones are too much better, I think.
I agree.
Any
So
questions?
Better than D.
Yeah, he's easily the fourth out of the four I've tried.
So does anybody have one they boot?
I'd boot
D.
D.
not yet.
I think we both have one in mind as well.
Yeah, everybody can just rank them, and then I'll plug them into the spreadsheet, and we'll see how it looks.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Hey, Tom.
Toby.
Rank them from
Good.
from best to least, 1 to 5, and low score will win. If we're close, then we'll have a sudden death.
So jammy.
That's the rank.
Yeah.
Sorry, because right above
Well, sample C on the palate to me at this point tastes almost like an almond joy without the almond.
Listen, I'm just going to tell you right now.
They call
What
it
is
a
it? What is there's a
thing
name
is
for
such an
that?
outlier.
Mounds.
You gotta-
A mound?
Mounds.
Milk chocolate, not dark chocolate.
Oh yeah. Milk chocolate mounds. Yeah. Okay, I get you.
I love the nose on E.
E's salad.
It's a sweet cinnamon roll.
Mm.
It's a good call.
Yep.
I love everything on E.
With an orange
Yeah.
glaze.
Yep.
Yeah,
I love when you
E's,
talk dirty like that.
Was it glaze?
Yeah.
how can E be so much different than C?
Right. Well, I think that's that year difference. I think it's pretty. At least to me, I'd say it's pretty obvious that C is the oldest.
Yeah.
They're all pretty different. I mean, you could if I was doing this in a blind, I could tell you there are 5 different things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I got to do something now. So my warm-up pour is very citrusy.
Yeah. That barrel is very citrusy.
That's why I just do M Black. It's very nothing.
All right. I got it.
I thought you were drinking Traveler.
Full-proof?
Hey, it's better than Traveler. All right, watch them out. That's the father of bourbon. Okay.
There-
Made by the father of bourbon.
Brutal.
so there's the question. We're
Christ.
waiting to pick. How is this going to be sold?
So a percentage of it will go to Tennessee. Once we're all done picking, I'm going to send samples down to Trey. He'll take them into B&B, and they're going to order by the case. And then, and anything we want, we can buy, kind of like we did when we did Larrikin. And then Bill will sell the rest out through his website.
Okay, there you go.
Yes, there is.
All right, so
It'll be open to most everybody.
good. After D, I wasn't sure that E was going to fit the bill, but geez, it's pretty good.
I have kicked 2 out.
Yeah, that's where I'm at as well, Adam. I've got 2 that it's like they're not like they're good, but they can't send up to the other 3.
Right.
And now I'm just going to sit there looking forlornly between the other 3, going, "What the fuck? How do I choose it?"
Yeah. Let's not overthink this.
Have you met me?
Have you met any of us?
I don't overthink anything.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, Ethan missed that opportunity.
No.
He was being respectful.
Right.
Yeah.
Katie's losing her mind over here. Y'all say she's got a good palate, but her brain is going. She'll be here grading her control pour. Actually, this is my secret weapon. I'm going to see which one changes with a medium body.
Okay.
So do you and Katie agree on the barrels, Ethan?
Not always, but I think this time we do.
Yeah.
At least the bottom 2 we're in agreement. The bottom 2 we probably will differ.
Hell yeah, Mike got you, buddy. Thank you, man.
Man, the Preds are crushing the Bruins.
Aaron, you have a voice for radio. Maybe you should do voiceovers for ebooks or something. I don't know.
Can y'all hear us, by the way?
Who's got a voice for radio?
You.
Me?
Yeah, Adam, you could put me to sleep.
It's just got like soft and soothing, but yet bassy.
Oh, thanks.
It's
Breathe deep.
like if
Everyone's always told me I have a face for radio.
Like shade.
This person I've heard that.
I was going to go there, but I didn't want to be rude.
That's right.
You got a voice for radio, but also a face for radio.
Too late, Hooper.
You know you have a special time.
Self burn.
Yes, you do.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Damn it.
So we were having a conversation, and I see Hooper say he has a face for radio too, and I'm not sure if he's talking about me, Adam, or Marty.
I think it's probably all the
Adam.
above.
Probably all of us. I don't know. Bill's
Yeah, I'd go
pretty.
with everybody.
I would say Bill and Travis is different from the rest of us. I don't know.
All right.
I'm down to my final 2 here.
I'm good.
That's a no.
And it's really a foregone conclusion on what I'm going to pick, but
I think so.
trying to give him a fair shake.
Me too. I think we're in the same damn boat, man.
Hey, anybody out there hear us?
Yeah. And we
Yep.
still
Now we
figure out-
can.
Yo.
Hey, well, what's up?
You're good.
Yeah. See,
No, I had a
for me-
firmware update for my microphone, so I've been trying to find a different one I could use. Yeah. It couldn't handle all this sexiness.
Your microphone couldn't? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
It's the new fan model, Travis.
Oh, that's
Yeah, like for me, I still have no idea which one I'm going to choose because there's
I do.
3 so good profiles here in the final 3 for me that I just don't know what I like the best.
I'm with you on that one. I've got my final 3, but after that, it's just kind of preference.
I'm nitpicking.
I feel like when we do this, we kind of come up with our stuff, and then Roger throws us a curveball. So, Roger, how you feeling about it?
I'm done. I've got
Roger.
I will go
Roger.
against what everybody likes. I guarantee it, but I'm finished.
You already know.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah, I think
Roger has sample F in first place.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Roger.
Yeah, but you always make a good case for what you're feeling.
No, and yeah,
I almost feel like Roger should go first.
I can go first. I'm ready to go.
You can't look at our
I
answers.
feel like he should give us his opinion and make us all second guess ourselves.
Okay, Roger. Roger, what is your fifth place?
Sample D, as in David.
D's in fifth. Fourth place.
Sample A.
Okay. Third.
Sample B.
Okay. Second.
Second is sample C.
You son of a.
You piece of shit.
I told you I was going to do it.
Well, go figure. Roger's first is my last. All right, Adam, are you ready? You think you can do your 5?
Yeah, I think so.
Give me fifth place.
Fifth place for me is sample D.
Where's Adam? Okay, sample D is a 5, and fourth place.
Sample E.
Okay. And third place.
Sample A.
Adam, I love you. Second place.
Sample B.
And the correct answer for first place.
Sample C.
You got one right.
So, Toby, I'm going to stop you right there.
But it's the one that mattered.
I have the exact same result as Adam. Exactly.
Okay.
Fist bump.
And that's exactly what I came up with.
And what's interesting is, like, when we did the picks last year, Adam, I think you and I were on the same page on a lot of them.
Yeah.
I have very similar palettes.
So
unfortunate for you.
Just so y'all know, personally,
It is, brother.
anytime I agree with Adam, I take a second look because I'm probably wrong.
I think I
What have I
said
done?
this when we were at Evernorth, but you guys undervalue Adam's opinion.
Aww.
Appreciate that, buddy. Hell yeah.
I
He's
don't.
not
I
listening.
think.
But maybe what I mean is you undervalue my opinion.
Well, you know, he's on the short list for a lot of people to pull in on picks. So I think people give him a lot of shit, but I think everybody really does value his opinion.
Say short list.
Short butts. He said short butts.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay.
Short list.
Yeah, the exact.
See, everybody respects Katie's palate, but they're too scared to give her shit. So that's why.
Y'all can give me shit. It's fine. They gave me shit this weekend. Y'all know that.
Jeez.
Paul, appreciate you.
Anybody else got a top 5?
Yep.
Marty. Party. In fifth place, Marte.
A
in fifth. All right.
What?
And fourth place.
D.
Okay.
Okay. Third.
E. No, I'm sorry. B.
B in third. Fourth place, or excuse me, second place.
E.
E in second, and 1 for C. All right. Anybody else ready to roll?
Yeah, Ethan and I are in lockstep, so.
Oh.
Okay. Uh-oh. All right.
Yeah.
The Ethan Katie portion of the pie. Where are you guys at for fifth place?
Fifth place, we're at D.
D is in dog?
Dog.
Delta.
Dog. Delta.
David. Dog.
Yeah. I'll go phonetic.
Okay, fourth place.
Bravo.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
All right. Third place.
Echo.
Okay. And second.
Alpha.
And a one. Well, I think we're pretty much narrowing in on the winner. Anybody else ready to roll?
I won't definitely want to see what Brian and
I got
Bill
mine.
do.
I'll
If
give
you
you
want to hear
mine.
what I've got to say, I'm gonna throw you all for a damn loop.
No, Brian, your vote is equal to everybody else. What do you have for fifth
Okay.
place, Brian?
B.
Okay. Fourth.
Fourth, I had C.
Okay.
Okay.
Third,
I had D.
Okay.
I know. See, Marty, you're shaking your head, but I can defend all of these.
Second.
Number 2 is A.
Not a court of law.
And,
Okay. And number
E
1
for
is
1.
D.
Okay, I had E
Yeah.
for 2. I had E for 2. You don't have to defend nothing. We're
I can
good.
see that. A all held their own.
Roger.
Brian, what did you have for 1?
E. But you know me, it's like that sweet buttercream flavor.
Yeah, you have a weak spot for that.
Yeah, and it's got that
All right.
cinnamon roll taste right off the front, and that does it for me every time.
Bill, what is your number 5?
5, I had A.
Okay.
Number
4.
D was number 4 for
3.
me. I actually had E for 3.
Okay.
I actually had C as number 2, and I like the fruitiness of B the best.
Okay.
I did too.
I like B.
I really like B.
And I'll be honest, it came down to C and B for me, and it was just that every time I did them side by side, B couldn't hold up to C.
I thought C had a better nose. I like the finish on B better,
It was
and I like
it was more. It was a fuller note from front to back. You know, a fuller palette, fuller profile. All right, Travis, are you ready?
I believe I am.
Okay, number 5.
Number 5 would be the D.
The D. Number 4
would be E for Epsilon.
Okay. Third.
Alpha.
Okay. Second. Number 2.
Beta.
Okay, and again, let's see. Trey and Trey, are either of you guys ready over there, or are you still digging around for an old mint in your purse?
You got me? You hear me okay?
Full note.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. Who wants to go?
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
All right. 5th is D.
Okay.
4th, I have E.
Okay.
3rd, I have A.
Yep.
2, I have C.
Okay.
Of course, first place, I have D.
Gotcha. Mr. Boyd.
All right. So 5th place was D. 4th place was A. 3rd place was E. 2nd place was B. And 1st place was C.
Okay.
I need to go back to B. I just want
Well,
to see.
well. All right.
And Roger, I got to tell you, I thought E was really good, and I think Brian, you thought. I mean, it was close between those last 3. I thought.
Well, I'd go back and kind of recheck myself, but E has been long gone, so I can't.
Looks like
But I
C
did
is
go
the clear winner.
But I will acknowledge going back to B. B is like better than what I had originally. I really like B too, but not that matters.
It looks like C's the clear winner here.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Does anybody other than Brian have a strong objection to going with C?
I think it's special.
I don't know if my objection is going to be that strong.
really strong.
If anybody knows special, it's Marty.
So I'll give you a little insider. So I'm looking at the notes that Brian provided for us, and the oldest sample, and it's the only one. All of them are roughly at this point 6.5, with the exception of A. A is the oldest sample.
Really?
Wow.
But so it's somewhere probably about 7 years, 3 or 4 months, something like that. So maybe roughly a year older than everything else.
Okay.
The differentiating factor was really the proof point. We all saw the color on B and especially on C. Those are the only two proof points at 110 or better. B is 110 and C is pushing 114.
Really? It is.
So
don't
there's
taste
your,
Nope.
This is maybe 105.
Yeah, I had B down as the hottest for me.
Yeah, I would say B drinks hotter than C for sure.
Yeah.
I felt like based on finish, C was the highest proof.
Here's one of the things that stuck out for me is we're picking a judge sample. And if I went out and poured the 5 batches of the judge I have, C would stand right up in with those. I think, maybe A, D, and E are just a little light to be a judge. I think B probably would have fit in there, but I think C is just to me, it's the judge profile, and it is, it's just a really good example of the judge, which is what we want a single barrel to be.
Yeah. C to me would just speak to any type of whiskey drinker too. It doesn't matter if it's candy in a glass to me.
Yeah.
Dark candy.
Yep. Well, that's the one you said, I think, milk chocolate mounds. Yeah.
Toby, what'd you say the proof was on this on C?
It's just shy of 114, but that was
okay. Wow. That's unusual. We don't have many barrels that get that hot.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
That's a serious outlier on the barrels.
Hey, Brian,
let
me ask
for shits and giggles. I grabbed batch 5 that I've been doing barrel samples for the next one.
Hey, Brian, do you still have the original sheet with all the statistics from the first 10 barrel? Okay. What was I guess my question is, what was the proof like on what we didn't get? Were they all pretty much the same?
Yeah. So,
yeah.
They're all let's see here. I mean, they all range from kind of 102 to 107.
Okay.
Maybe,
I just know 107 stuck in my head for some reason.
Most of them don't get over 107. Sometimes we'll have a little bit 112 or one. I don't even remember hearing one. It's 114.
So here, I'll read you. This is the actual notes that, and I believe Brian does these notes.
Yes.
And so this is barrel 763888, and nose smoky vanilla and oak. Palate. Yeah. I can't look. My page is creased right there. I'm not sure what that says. Does it say stick? Then something? I don't know. Savory smoky campfire, cinnamon spice, long savory smoke linger. Are some of the notes that Brian had on there.
What's the proof on this Wilderness 100 bottle and bond?
So we just pulled some samples. What we're going to do for our 1776 bottle that's going to come out with a red, white, and blue label for WH, and we pulled some of the little over 5-year-old barrels. We laid down like 80 some barrels that year, and we did one run at 110 proof. We thought, well, let's do some 110 proof if we wanted to blend something in and maybe raise the proof up a little bit. And Brian, we said that some of those barrels, they're definitely different.
Yeah, they were markedly different. Actually, we ran through 28 barrel samples this afternoon. So I've had a hard day. Everyone be nice to me. But Bill and I were talking about the 110s later on, and I started going through the notes on those, and like, yeah, it was almost a different profile altogether. What was coming out of those? So it's the next batch is going to be interesting because we've got a lot of different profile notes that we have not seen in some of the previous batches. So it's going to be interesting. The thing about the judge is that there's no set profile for it, and really the barrels kind of speak to what they want to express. We find those predominant notes and allow those to be the big one, either the big nose or the big palate, and then the driving force to the flavor of it. And I think that's one of the cool things about the judge is that each batch starts a different expression. It allows the barrels to actually speak to you about what they're going to present, rather than us forcing a particular profile out.
So that's good. I think it's, I think there's a lot to be said about making different profiles out of each batch.
Yeah.
Because
hey, if nobody's done it,
all the same.
I just blended.
I'm not, for a typical whiskey buyer, they're all the same. Maybe I'll skip batch 6. I've got batch 3 and 5. But no, I want to try this profile. It's like this single barrel here is completely different than batch 5.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
So you're going to have profile differences that I think keeps you enticed to keep trying it, and at the money, it's going to be worth it every single time.
Well, it's such a limited release, right? We're doing a few thousand bottles, right? So we want them to be different. We want you to have a different experience with each of them, and that's what this product's going to always be. It's going to be a small release. It's going to be something unique. It's going to be something different. And our goal is just to put together the best blend we can each year, right, with the barrels that we have. And it is interesting. We just had a guy the other day that said, batch 2 was his favorite, right? And batch 4 and batch 5, they have some. They're a little bit similar, but they are different. Batch 3 was a lot of the fruit notes that maybe we got on, say, barrel B, right? So it's gonna be fun to put this one together to see what we can come up with.
Hey, I just did the blend, and this blend, I blended whatever was left. I probably got 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces, and the blend is absolutely delicious.
Which blend? All of them?
All of them.
Because I remember when we were there, I think I blinded A, C, and E together, and they were fantastic.
Yeah. Toby's got the bottle. Hold on a minute. There it is. I know he had it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And say D and E together smell like vanilla cake.
Yeah.
I did A, B, and E.
Cool thing when we start messing around with the blends and we start pulling different things together. I know you're messing with me, Jeremy. We start putting different things together, and we do micro batches, and then we like, oh, I really like that. We kind of put that one aside, and then we do another micro batch. And then we like, oh, I really like that. When we put the two of them together, we go, God, I hate that. And it's like we start all over.
Good night,
Tom.
It's really really interesting. It's really interesting when we start getting really deep into these blends as to what little notes we're looking for to do we want a little bit longer finish? Well, we need to change these barrels out, but in changing those barrels out, then we change the mid palate or we change the nose a little bit. It's really this interesting dance that we go through for a couple of weeks to really get to something that is outstanding.
When you do a 10 to 15 or 20 barrel blend, when you change out 2 barrels, it makes a substantial difference, right? We had a question here from Mike. Was there a difference when the corn was being grown in Kentucky? That's a great question, Mike. We got those when we got the first set of corn from Woodhat. The corn was actually older, right? Because it had been sitting in his grain bin and he hadn't used it yet. And when we got it, it was actually getting to the end of its life. And we when we did batch 1, we had this funky note to it, which we actually really enjoyed. But then when we grew the corn down the street, and when we would harvest the corn in the fall, and then we take it right over to the distillery, and we used it, and it was such a different profile the second year when we used it, but it was a lot cleaner corn. So yes, there was a huge difference when it was grown in Kentucky versus when it was grown in Missouri. Maybe because it was older, but I think it does make a difference wherever it's at. You get that, what do you call it, a terroir, right? Of the different areas, and it became unique. It became ours, right? Which is unique from, and that grain of corn is different than the other folks in the industry that are using Bloody Butcher, because it's only used for our whiskey. It's not, corn grown down the street will even taste different, even if it's in Kentucky. So the cross pollination and all that stuff is interesting.
Talk about the difference. What sets, one of the things that sets the judge apart. Not only is it the proprietary historic mash bill, but you use older staves in the barrels.
Yeah, so we went with more of a premium barrel, right? So we used ISC number 4 char barrels, but the standard one is aged for 12 months. We used an 18-month aged stave in their barrels. So it's supposed to pull out. It gets rid of some of the harshness, right? Because all that stuff is weathered a little bit more, so it becomes a little bit more smooth. And when you add the water in the beginning versus the end, it also allows those sugars to ferment a little bit faster, I guess you would call it, in the barrel. So you can make a whiskey that tastes good younger when you use a lower barrel entry proof, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Can you talk about, I don't know how much you want to talk about the special judge release you have coming out this summer?
Yeah, so we're working on that right now. That's what Brian had talked about. He's starting to profile the barrels, and we're going to sit down and do that blend together over the next few weeks. I got to get back to Ohio so I can spend some time with him. But so we've always had our black label for our WH, and we've had 5 batches now. But we wanted to do something special, right? So the McBrayers have been here before the Revolutionary War, right? Came over to Philadelphia, settled in Pennsylvania. They fought in the Revolutionary War, and then they were part of the James Herod settlement and came to Kentucky in 1775, actually. And so we wanted to do something special to celebrate our 250th anniversary of our country this year. So the next label, we're not sure if it's going to come in a box yet, but it's going to be a red, white, and blue with a flag on it, WH label, and there's going to be 1,776 bottles serial numbered for that, and that's it. And it's going to be a special release. It's going to be launched our Legacy Club probably sometime at the end of May, if everything goes just right. Maybe the 1st of June, so they can have it by the time the 4th of July comes, and we're super excited about it. We're trying to, the McBrayers have been here since the beginning. The McBrayers, there's been a McBrayer that has fought in every war in this country, and we want to celebrate that. We want to celebrate Kentucky bourbon, and we want to celebrate that in some kind of commemorative bottle. We think we'll be out of batch 5 later in this year. So we're really trying to look at these barrels and going, hey, we got to do 2 blends still this year, right? And make sure we get something that works for both of us. So it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be fun, but I'm excited about it because out of these 5 barrels, we're only going to take 1. So I bet the other 4 are going to make it into the blend.
Yes, they are.
Right. And yeah, I think Katie already had a foundation for us for that blend. We wrote down the numbers when we were doing all these, and there was 4 of them that she put together, and we tasted it, and it was the full palette, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's 4 of the 5 that we went through tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I will tell you just that this afternoon. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I hadn't had anything to drink for a few minutes, and I just hit C again. It's really good.
None of these were faulty by any stretch,
Mhm.
but yeah, this afternoon we got through profiling, went through 28, and not drinking all of them. So there's a substantial dump bucket, and it's always that stir it up, pour it into a glass, and see what it is that we actually discarded. And of the 28, it was a really nice little glass of whiskey that I had while I was making dinner. It was really quite good, but that doesn't always happen that way. But it's an interesting exercise when we start getting into the blends and figuring out what is actually going to work and what doesn't.
I don't know, guys.
Brian, Bill, what you need to do is you need to have a special release every year, and you just put it out in like 200 ml bottles, and you just call it Brian's Dump Bucket.
Brian's Dump Bucket. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty impressed with Brian. He's had 28 samples today, and he's still hanging in there pretty good. I mean, that's impressive.
Andy.
I think he started drinking at 10 this morning, and then he took a break at like noon or 12 or 2 o'clock or something, so he could regroup. But that's a good day, right? He's now retired.
It's just AI. I mean, that's all it is. It's just AI in the center square.
I'm Paul Lind.
So are these sour mash or sweet mash?
These are all sweet mash.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is interesting because the Cedar Brook said they were a sour mash, but there's a lot of studies what a sour mash was back in the 1850s versus sour mash today is actually a little bit different in the way they made it. So, but we went with the sweet mash on these. So each batch is a unique batch every year, and each year they're similar, but they are a little different. You know, we got a lot more of the fruit notes and the apple spices and the mineral notes, maybe in the stuff that's now 5 years old. You know, but they'll turn. They're going to continue to turn, get better.
Thank you, T. Toby, I sent you a text. I don't know if that's something we want to do. I can still taste fine, but nosing smell. Yeah, I can see that.
Well, I'll just I got the absolute privilege 2 weeks ago to spend about 3 or 4 hours with Bill at his property in Lawrenceburg, and I didn't know what to expect when we were going to meet up out there at the property, and what I got was tenfold more than I expected.
Thank you.
And that's all a compliment. I mean, it was lots of great bourbon talk, lots of great talk, an amazing history lesson, part archaeological. It was fantastic. I don't know, Bill, do you want to share, some of your hopes and dreams, and whether it's, more immediate or, more distant plans for that property?
Well, so I think most people that have followed us and talked to us, right? I bought 130 acres of what was part of the old distillery property there in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, that had the rail line that McBrayer put through towards the end of his life in the 1880s. That's on this property, and that rail line is now a Rails to Trails project for the city. So you'll be able to walk from our property over to the Cedar Brook Bridge that looks down at the old distillery property, the old Cedar Brook distillery property. And when you cross that bridge, you'll end up over at Wild Turkey's property, who we helped get started in the 1860s. And obviously the short term is to survive and to continue to keep the business going and keep it going. But I've put together a master site plan for that piece of property that includes a distillery and includes rick houses and bottling facility, and really it's right there off of Versailles Road. It would be the entrance into the property, and it was an absolute beautiful piece of property when I saw it. And it was one of those things. It was like, oh my gosh, how is this piece of property for sale, and what do you do about it? And I called my wife and I just said, this is what this is. And it was like, well, you better figure out how to buy it, because it's a once in a lifetime, it's a once in a generational piece of property. Would you say so, Toby?
The piece of property is beautiful. You continue, then I'll chime in with a few.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a generational piece of property, and it's like I said, it was 130 acres, and it'll take the rest of my life to figure out what it looks like and how it builds out. But yeah, I mean, the dream is you have a distillery there, you have this visitor experience. When I first learned who the judge was and what he was all about, I said, man, that guy needs to be in a Bourbon Hall of Fame. And we do have a Bourbon Hall of Fame in the whiskey world, but you can't go visit it.
Mhm.
And so, I mean, wouldn't it be great to have some kind of museum that really celebrates all of the early distilleries and all the different people that are in the Bourbon Hall of Fame? And wouldn't it be great to even have it right there, honoring who he was as one of the founding people of Kentucky bourbon? And we have it. It's part of our portfolio now with our different brands, and we're excited to see what we can do on it. I am going to start putting a couple buildings like pole barns on there, and put a small still to get with a little experience, so we can start bottling there and hopefully aging our barrels there and putting Lawrenceburg, Kentucky on the back of the bottle. And it's exciting bringing the brands back home to Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, right where they belong.
Yeah. So if you're heading from Lexington to Wild Turkey and you come across the automobile bridge, and the old railroad bridge is kind of up to your left, and you continue on up the hill, and Wild Turkey's on your right, you keep going, and Larrikin's on your right. You just continue a little bit further down that road, and his property will be accessed on the left. So about as far as Larrikin is from Wild Turkey, you go that much further down the road and to the left, and that's where you will drive into his property. And
Bill, I have a question when you get a chance.
This piece of property, it's basically two sides of, what am I hearing? Who am I getting echo from?
I don't know.
It's a valley, and it's both sides of the valley. And at the low point in the valley is a creek. And I think, Bill, maybe you told me the name of that creek. I don't know.
I don't know the creek has a name, but it does eventually end up in the Cedar Brook Creek.
It dumps into Cedar Brook, right? Yeah. And I've got pictures and all this kind of stuff. But the thing about this property is it's perfect if you're trying to make a destination. On one side, you can have visitor center and a customer experience. On the other side, you can have production and rick houses, and you're kind of looking across at it. It's the kind of property where you can do something. Look, there's nothing wrong with like Bardstown or Heaven Hill. It's just a flat piece of property. It's epic. But then you have a distillery like Maker's Mark, which is very picturesque and has a lot of curb appeal and changes in elevation. And that's what this is. It's just, the potential is amazing. And talking about trying to make it a destination, he has a portion of the property carved out for residential, so that he can potentially put B&Bs on the property.
Yeah,
so
there's what, 30 quarter acre home sites that are also on the property that's still zoned residential. And so my hope is someday that you'll come over and hang out, grab an Airbnb, and do a barrel pick. And by the next morning you wake up, maybe there'll be some food up there, and you can pick up your barrel the next morning, and it'd be a lot of fun. So that's great. So who's asking? Jeremy? No, somebody asked John, the McBrayer Rickhouses across Wild Turkey has the McBrayer rick houses. So the McBrayer rick houses in Lawrenceburg are actually the rick houses that are across the street from Four Roses. So when you go into Four Roses, you go over some railroad tracks. If you actually stop at those railroad tracks and look to the left, there's a sign that says McBrayer. And that was known as the McBrayer Crossing because WH put the rail line through the town. And so later on, they actually put a post office there, and that was McBrayer, Kentucky, named after the judge. And there was a lot of McBrayers that lived right there. And so Four Roses had some rick houses across the street that were traditional old rick houses. But when they went to their shorter rick houses, when what's his name was the master distiller there, they wanted them to be shorter so they could be more consistent. They sold those rick houses to Wild Turkey. So the Wild Turkey rick houses, they say McBrayer rick houses, which they pull bourbon from there for some of their master keep selections, are known as the McBrayer rick houses, which were part of McBrayer, Kentucky, when it was named that after the judge. So that's John's question there.
Bill, when you were doing the preliminary on that property, did you pull any deeds for it?
Oh yeah, we went all the way back, right? As far as you can. So sometime in the late in the early 1900s, the courthouse that had all the records burnt down.
Mm-hmm.
And but we know that McBrayer donated a portion of his property for the rail line, and you can see that it was part of right behind where the distillery was, where the old distillery was. So I'm very confident that some of that property was part of the McBrayer distillery property, and he had his house in town, which is literally like 3 or 4 blocks from where the property starts on the backside of it. So how he might have owned all of it back then, but there's some records in some of the Julius Kessler Whiskey Trust records that the property had 222 acres to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we know down where there's some homes now and where the actual distillery was, that's down the hill. But we think some of the 200 acres was part of where we're at as well.
Well, the only reason I ask is because some of the most fun I had when I was a surveyor was pulling deeds in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the distances called on the boundary,
yeah.
They were measured in 2 cigarettes on the back of a mule.
Yeah, I've seen those
distance.
kind of things, right? Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
so I was just wondering if there was any interesting stuff in an old deed, but if it burned up, then probably not.
Yeah. In that particular situation, we're probably gonna have to go to Frankfurt to go through some of the records about the rail line.
I highly recommend finding those if you can.
Yes.
So this is the old rail line, and if you look, you can still see the railroad ties. Yeah, sticking up, and obviously it's cut to be a railroad line. Nowadays it's a walking path, and this is basically looking east. And here we are looking west from the same spot. And of course, we see all the limestone here, which is, what makes Kentucky water, special. And then at the end of that path, if you continue walking east, this is the railroad bridge.
Don't use that.
And the structure, and that's my thumb at the bottom.
Okay. For scale.
Yeah,
for scale.
Yeah. The steel structure of this bridge is still completely sound, but obviously the railroad ties on top are not. But Bill, tell them about the plan the city has to put a new top on this thing.
Yeah, so they have made the trail all the way to the bridge. That bridge is 800 feet across, and it's about 120 feet above the road that's below it. And they have a structure that they're going to put on top of those that will allow that to be a walking trail. It's about a $400,000 project for the city. They've got some grant money from the state. We have raised over $20,000 to donate to that through our Cedar Brook sales that we've been promoting over the last couple of years. And it's going to be amazing. When that thing gets done, and you know, every day, you know, Toby, when you and I walked out to the bridge, we passed two or four people, I think, that day, and it was in the middle afternoon on like a Tuesday or something. I mean, there's always people just walking out and then walking back on this trail. The people in the community love it, and the bourbon community is going to absolutely love the opportunity to be able to walk from, hopefully someday, our property over to Wild Turkey's property. What I call it is it's a trail on the bourbon trail.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And honestly, what's pretty neat about that is what's the rail line that's over at Wild Turkey is over the Kentucky River, but that particular rail line actually goes to the right and it goes down to Versailles. So if the city could ever get it, or the community could ever get it figured out, they could actually take that trail from our place. You could stop at Wild Turkey and go on around for a few miles and go down to Woodford, which would be absolutely crazy.
So this is the creek that runs through the bottom of Bill's property and ultimately dumps into Cedar Brook.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I've missed some stuff here. Okay, so now we're actually underneath. This is the railroad bridge, and Bill and I were standing right up over here when I took the picture across the bridge.
Dang.
And these are Bill, tell us about the ruins.
Yeah.
Here.
So those are some old homes. Can you go to the left of that picture? So the left there, you have the Cedar Brook Creek that's Cedar Brook Creek there. And the ruins or the wall that's down there, that is actually a part of the old Cedar Brook distillery.
Wow.
And there's these three homes back there right now. And you know, we've gone down there and had a couple drinks already and put the Cedar Brook bottle out there and cheered, you know, did a cheers to the judge a couple times. Yeah, Toby, you got some pictures of that. See, that's a Cedar Brook Creek there to the right.
Now we're heading away from the ruins, and this is Cedar. I don't know how well this video is coming through. Is it coming through?
It's good.
A little bit. I don't see the creek as well as it was flowing that day.
But yeah, so Cedar Brook is right down here to the right, and we're coming back up to the railroad bridge here. It'll just start coming into sight right up here to the right.
And guys, what's really amazing is that is the actual original road from the 1800s that they had. The people that built homes back there, they didn't build that road. That was the existing road that was already there. There's Cedar Brook to the right there.
Yeah. So I'm going to pause it here real quick because, well, to the right is Cedar Brook. This to the left, that's the stream that runs through the middle of Bill's property, and this is where it dumps into Cedar Brook.
You said how many acres? 220?
The original distillery had 220 acres. I have 130 acres to play with.
Well, if you ever need somebody to come out for a couple weeks to just find your pens, let me know.
That's right, man. Thank you.
So then he took me on a little history lesson around Lawrenceburg. Tell us whose house this is.
So that's the T.B. Rippey house. So McBrayer actually sold him the land to build that house. He actually, T.B. Rippey worked for McBrayer, and in the 1860s, he helped T.B. Rippey buy the distillery, which is now part of Wild Turkey. And he built that mansion in the late 1800s. And McBrayer's house was across the street from that. So, and if you can imagine, if you go straight back from McBrayer's house, you'll get to the piece of property that we bought. So, I mean, shit, he might have owned all of it. I have no idea.
Right. And whose house is that?
And that's the W.B. Saffel house. So if you know who W.B. Saffel is, a brand that now also Campari has, and he was McBrayer's master distiller for over 25 years. and he helped him build his first distillery in the 1880s as he was starting to, he helped WB Saffold get started, but then he was gifting his adopted son his land for his CM Devon distillery, and his brand was Kentucky Owl about the same time. But then he also had the old McBrayer distillery, and it was, of course, the Cedarbrook distillery. So he had 3 distilleries at one time that he was running there in around the Lawrenceburg community.
So these 2 houses are on the same side of the street, and they're virtually right. Are they right next to each other?
There might be something in between, but they're pretty close.
Yeah, and right across the street was the McBrayer house, which no longer exists. But also right across the street is the Mary Dowling house. And unfortunately, I didn't get a picture of it, but she's right across the street. So you had Saffold, Rippey, McBrayer, and Dowling all, right across from each other, right next to each other.
There are rumors that there's tunnels between those homes during Prohibition, but nobody's been able to prove that lately.
So this is the big cemetery in Lawrenceburg, and it's called the McBrayer Cemetery. And right in the middle of the cemetery is this big monument right here, and to the McBrayer family. And then, and if you recognize that, that's the logo that's on my hat that I'm wearing right now.
That's cool.
So he actually had his monogram on the tombstone, the McBrayer monogram. The more modern one, that's a very, I would call it, Gothic looking monogram, but we know it was used, right? But then the one that we used on the hats and on the bottles, we actually found that on a W.H. McBrayer bottle from the 1800s that he was using on some of his stuff.
Right. Now, I don't know why these are upside down, but these are right at the foot of that monument, the actual headstones for W.H. and Mary. But, now here's I didn't take any other pictures in the cemetery, but this is the head of that walking path. So this is where you would park and start that walking path, which is the old railroad line. And from here, you'd walk all the way around and go out to that bridge. Bill, tell them who some of the other families, the patron saints of bourbon history that are buried in that cemetery.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was pretty amazing if you're a history buff and about bourbon. I mean, the Rippeys are there, the Saffolds are there, the Dowlings are there. Who was the other family?
Was it like Bond or Lillard?
Well, the Bond and the Lillards are there, right? So there was a Bond and Lillard. I mean, what's interesting to me is that actually, around the 1960s is when bourbon started to market themselves around the world, and they wanted to have a bourbon capital, right? So they actually offered it to Lawrenceburg first, before Bardstown. So Bardstown is the capital of bourbon, but they actually offered it to Lawrenceburg first. But there was some people running the community that time, and they didn't want to be associated with bourbon, and so they turned them down. And so, but really, if you're into bourbon, Lawrenceburg is the epicenter of what was the greatest bourbon that was made around the Civil War, and was all influenced by the Judge. And so if Lawrenceburg can't be the bourbon capital of the world right now, I think they could be the pre-prohibition capital of the world. And I think we need to start something over there and have people come visit it.
I think that ought to be on a t-shirt.
Yeah,
I'm convinced.
That's a good idea.
I see a t-shirt. I can see that. Yeah.
So it's exciting. I mean, we'll be, right now, Larrikin's there. You got Wild Turkey Four Roses. You got the Commonwealth property that's been revitalized. That's where Julius Van Winkle was bottling Pappy for a long time, which is down the road. And those guys have taken that place. Actually, and what was interesting is that was a really old building that some guys that were contractors, they redid it, and they've been doing the Commonwealth property or the Commonwealth labels. But right behind that is Hammett's Creek. And actually, William Harrison McBrayer's cousin, John McBrayer, who started the old McBrayer distillery, started a distillery right there on Hammett's Creek, right behind it, in 1849, right? And so there's a guy that had a house there, and he was getting ready to sell it, and he said those guys at Commonwealth wanted to buy it, but he called me and he said the McBrayers were here first, and I'd like you to come see it. And he actually had some artifacts that he had dug up in the property that from the old distillery from the 1800s, which was pretty awesome. And the same thing, Hammett's Creek, they had a spring right there by this piece of property. It's never gone dry in you know what, almost 150, 175 years. And it's amazing the science that was behind where they put distilleries in the 1800s. They really knew their stuff back then. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They said if you like to hunt for Indian heads, Indian arrows and stuff, you go where the springs are, right?
Yep. Hunting grounds.
Yeah. So yeah, it was fun to show Toby, and I think Toby had heard we'd been out there, but maybe had a little bit better visual about what the vision could be someday. I don't know if we'll get it done in my lifetime, but man, it's pretty amazing if you dream about it.
We'll get it done. We'll get it done, Bill. Come on.
Yeah, man. From the high point on Bill's property, you can see wild turkey and larrikin. But you know, there's very little development on the property, you know, now. But just lots of potential.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's going to be exciting, even to just have people come out. Maybe sometime this time next year, we should have our buildings done and be able to accept some visitors. And even if we took a gator up to the top of the property and drove it around the property, I think could be a lot of fun. And right up on that hill, I want to put a rick house, you know, so it gets all the nice heat from that sun, but get it on top of that rick, get it on top of the hill, right? And get those barrels aging just as quick as we can. It's gonna be.
You know how Hard Truth does ATV tours? You could absolutely do that out there.
Oh yeah. And then you can access. So we have visualizations of having walking bridges to the walking trail from the distillery, internal trails, right? Some nice gardens, if you will, and some places to sit and just hang out, possible greenhouses. I mean, there's the vision is endless, right? It's just a matter of how, you know, a buddy of mine actually texted me, said I look really tired. I don't really sleep that much, you know, because you wake up, you just wake up thinking about this stuff all the time.
Every day when I text Bill, it's like, did you get any sleep tonight? No, not much. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
You know, but it's exciting, and it's exciting to be telling his story, and it's exciting to do this, and it's exciting how this product has turned out.
Hey, Bill,
really,
I've got a couple questions.
Yeah.
Number one, do you have I'm sure you do, and I'm just curious because we now have like a visual with the pictures Toby took on the trip. Do you have like a location where you want the visitor center?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've got that picked out. It's just below what's now the shooting shack, right? We've got a guy out there. He's at the high point. He usually takes a couple 10-point bucks off the property every year. And, he's been taking care of the property for probably 25 years, and you think he owns it, and he's still continuing to take care of it. That's part of his deal. He makes sure he's got his cameras out there and his tree stands and everything. Is that about where the shooting shack is, Toby?
Yeah. So the shooting shack is right behind us, and we're basically kind of looking towards more or less Bill's northern.
Yeah, that Versailles Road is over there behind the house, is on the left.
That's right. Versailles Road is right over here.
Yeah.
And if you see this fence right here, that is kind of the northern property line. And then Bill has contracts on several of these pieces of property right through here which will be the ingress egress from Versailles Road to his property. And this is a perfect idea where you can see how we're on two sides of a valley. So we're on the high side of the western side of the valley, and this tree line right here is Bill's property on the eastern side of the valley. And then down here in the bottom is that creek that I showed you pictures of. And so I think the idea that, and the shooting shack he's talking about is right at my back right now. But I think he's talking about, Bill, I think you said that you want to do the visitor center and so visitor experience on this side, and then maybe the rick houses on the opposite side.
So the rick houses would be, so I think that right past that tree is where we think that'll be a great spot to have the distillery and the visitor center and all that someday. We actually envision the rick houses being behind where you're standing, so it'll frame it in. When you're coming in off of Versailles Road, you'll see the rick houses behind the distillery, and things, and then down below, you know, we might have an entrance down there and some kind of visitor center, or maybe there'll be a conference center, or maybe there'll be some other kind of center. But I would love it to be the Bourbon Hall of Fame. I really
There's
would.
the shooting shack, which is where those other pictures were taken. We were part of it.
Did you get surveys done on that property?
Well, we had it surveyed, yes, to get it rezoned, because it was, when I bought it was all agricultural land, so I had to rezone it to industrial property.
Okay. Did they do a topographic survey?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And what's kind of exciting is that you know, the city needs to put another water tower on that part of town. And so we talked, I said, you want to just put it on the property, right? Which would feed all the different rick houses and feed the distillery and like all the old places. So, you know, it would be exciting if we could get even a water tower on there, right? Because it's kind of the high point. Right there. Yeah.
Can you imagine the judge's face on the side of this water tower?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Built-in billboard on the side of the water tower.
Oh yeah. That's
Think of
better than a
the
damn
social
Buffalo
media.
any day.
Yeah.
I mean,
think of the social media presence watching this water tower raise. It's already painted. And raised up.
It's like all these things just kept happening over the last 12 to 14 years of well, shit, I guess I got to do that. Well, shit, I guess I better do that. Well, shit, you know, and everybody says that you know, I'm on this it's all God's will, right? God's will is putting me on this path to be in the bourbon business. And I said, yeah. I said, I believe that. I said, but I think God wants me to be broke the rest of my life, you know? And so, but it's just, I'm just rolling with it, right? You just kind of keep going, and we'll keep going as long as we can.
Well, it's a beautiful property.
Yeah.
If I could do just a quick pivot for just a second, right? You know, we're building a bourbon brand off of a legacy, which actually happens to be part of my family, right? And if you watch the news and you see what's happening with the lawsuit with Uncle Nearest, they were trying to build a brand off a legacy, and you know, I'm insulted by what they've done to it, right? Because they should have protected that legacy more than they're doing now.
Right.
And my opinion is my job is not to screw it up, right? The other folks they're messing with that brand, they got greedy. They want to take a legacy and make money, right? And that's what's wrong about this whole picture, right? For us, you know, for me anyway, we're trying to build upon this legacy in honor of who he was, right? And my hope is that this is just it's what I'm going to do the rest of my life, and hopefully my family will continue that legacy on as well. That's the whole goal.
You're trying to build yours on a foundation that is solid, rather than just a foundation of what can I get now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted to leverage a story of a legacy that I think is pretty special, to be honest with you. I think that legacy belongs in whiskey.
Yeah.
Right.
Jack
It's a
Daniels,
great
for sure.
story.
Yep.
And those folks were greedy, right? They did it for the wrong reasons. And the more I watch that case, the more I look at it and I think about it, it makes me mad. Right. It does. It makes me mad. I'm just like, you're a bunch of jerks, you know? And so that's what we're just going slow. And it's really awesome that there's a group of you here that are have embraced that story, right? That are helping us tell that story, because it's really just been out of it's authentic. It needs to be retold. The guy was generous, right? He built a community there in Lawrenceburg, and his legacy needs to be remembered. And you guys in this group are helping me do that, and it's pretty awesome.
Well, yeah,
Just to remind everybody in chat, get your entries in. We got 3 bottles for giveaway tonight. We're giving away a Jack Daniels Heritage.
Oh yeah.
We're giving away a Liquor Barn single barrel Green River Wheated. This one is at cast strength, 117.6. It's called Wheat Sweet Sweet. And then Mac Daddy, we're giving away a Judge.
Match 5, baby.
Match 5.
Yes,
there it is, right there.
It's a dang good bottle. That was
You
our
may have to
control
sign
port
that
tonight.
bottle for somebody, Toby.
What's that?
You may need to sign that bottle when you send it.
I'm gonna say
My
that was
signature
our
doesn't
control
mean anything, but I know somebody's signature who does.
Jimmy's signature out.
Marty, remind me.
We can get Brian and Bill anytime, but yeah, the top Jimmy bottle's got to be out.
You know what you should do, Bill? It'd be fun. It's like an Uncle Sam style recruitment poster, but the Judge style.
So, the Judge like his Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
We actually have some old advertisements of Uncle Sam on a Cedarbrook bottle, you know, flying through the air. And then I've seen some other pictures of that in newspapers from the early 1900s, where the distributor put their face on it instead of Uncle Sam's face and the whole deal, right? And so those are out there. Those are pretty neat. Some of the advertisements that they built back then, it's amazing how good of marketers people were back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. They were all done by hand. They weren't computer generated.
Yeah.
I got
They didn't have AI.
They did not have AI back then.
Dang.
No, it wasn't AI. It was AL. AL.
AL.
What are you looking for, Toby?
I'm looking for a picture. I'm going to pull up another picture. Something that Dusty sent me the other day.
Oh yeah.
Flip flops.
Crocs.
I lost it.
The Dusty Dan Croc collection.
Flip flops.
Yep.
Man loves flip flops.
He was wearing flip flops and 30 inches of snow the other week.
No, I said he was smart.
No. I mean, he likes crayons, so we know that.
We never said Dusty was smart.
Cheers,
Dusty's
Simon.
great. Yeah, cheers, Simon. Dusty's great, but he's he was a Marine.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna pour some egg.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Trey.
Thank you, Trey.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah. Very, very much enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Thanks again for having me on this.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Bill, got a question. Travis was asking me about an hour ago, and I'd be damned if I didn't remember. When we distribute to Tennessee, are we using Empire? Who are we using? Do you remember?
Yeah, Empire is set up. I've got a meeting with them, I think, in the middle of April to get the kickoff done. We're all set up and ready to go. So by the time we get this thing when we have all 3 picks, bottled, we should be able to send them down there.
Nice.
Well, the good thing is not only do I have one store up here, but I've got a connection in Knoxville, and they've watched a little bit. They're super excited to, if there's any left over, they want to get their hands on a little bit of these picks and get. They're a newer store, but they're doing things right. And they're in Knoxville in a great area, and it would be amazing to get y'all's name down there as well. So after we get B&B taken care of, maybe we hop on down and get this other store taken care of as well.
If Marty and the group here will spare any, we'll be more than happy to do whatever you guys want to do.
Or we can do it all over again. Let's just do it all over.
Or we could do it again. Yeah, absolutely.
I like that plan.
Yep.
So this bottle right here, this is a friend of all of ours. This is from Dusty Dan from Dusty Dan's Whiskey Reviews. Sent this to me yesterday or the day before, and he buys a lot of Dusty whiskey, and they offered this to him for $2,000.
Did he buy that? Did Dusty buy it?
No.
Okay.
No, he just sent it to me. As because it came across his desk, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the thing that's interesting is this was made in 1917 and bottled in 1929. So that's 12 years before it even gets bottled.
Hey Toby, can you zoom in under the Cedarbrook name?
Authority of Julius.
By authority, Julius.
Yeah, keep going in there. If you look at the handmade Kentucky whiskey, the best known brand in the world.
Unexcelled in purity and
quality,
exceptional for medicinal use.
Hell yeah.
I know I feel healthier right now.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Looking at it.
And guys, if you happen to notice there, right? So that he had his barrelhead there, and then we modernized the barrelhead with his monogram on it on our bottle.
Mm-hmm.
But then we also, on the Cedarbrook bottles, we kept that scroll that's around it. So those are some historical things that we tried to use. And then behind the words that we were just looking at is actually a picture of the old distillery site.
Distillery. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I have one of those. It's actually quite a bit fuller in my bar.
There's a lot of loss on that one.
Yeah, that one's got quite a bit of
Look how
loss on it.
clean the damn. It's been in that box. Look how clean it is. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and yes, there's been loss out of that bottle, but the color
That tax
on
stamp
that
is perfect.
30 years from 100-year-old.
It's like the sugar.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Wax top?
$2,000?
Mm-hmm.
2000.
Yeah, tell them about
Wax top and it still had that loss? It's crazy.
Yeah.
And a box.
this way.
Oh yeah.
Might be holy
If
glass.
I had Marty money, I'd get it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I would too. Yeah.
2,000 for a pint.
Richie's got a sample pack of all 3, so Richie's trying to judge now. Let me know, Rich.
That's insane.
Man, I hope Richie gets a bottle of this one we just picked.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think he'll love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think A, B, D and E are going to be in the 1776
Heck yeah.
250th anniversary, right?
Bring
I
it.
gotta throw that back in the mix.
Can we claim we helped pick that?
Yeah. I'm going to do a little blend of just the 4 of them to see if that's a foundational start.
Dude,
It will be
it is. I'll just go ahead.
because the
I did a blend of
five.
A, B, and E, and it was really good.
A, B, and E. I'm going to throw
Yeah.
D in there too.
I threw everything that we had here tonight back together along with my 16 sample that you guys didn't pick and the little bit of the actual judge I was using as a base.
What do you got?
And I
$5
would
bucket?
I'd share it with you, but man, that was really damn good.
Yeah.
That didn't last very long.
Make it the
Awesome, Eric.
same.
That's awesome.
No, there we go. Richie Z.
I swear I just saw Richie Z's name come up on my Facebook today as people you may know. So Richie Z, I'm gonna send you a friend request.
I tell you what, you put those 4
Was it
together
people
and
you
it starts
may
to
want to
get.
know or people you may want to avoid?
Oh,
I don't know. He's got to accept it. So, there's that. That's up to him.
I love it, Marie. Holly did
so
that.
the ones you want to avoid are on screen right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Marie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cheers,
I
Maureen.
tell you, if you take A, B, D, and E and put them together, I mean, you get it across the palate. Maybe a little bit weak in the front, but you add a couple more barrels, so it's going to start to round out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I did A, B, and E first, and then I added C,
Mhm.
and it's fantastic. I'm drinking that instead of my warm-up pour.
Well, C's going to be gone, so I can't blend that one in there. So
I know.
Yeah.
right, which when we did batch 5, there was a barrel that everybody when we had all the samples. I had a bunch of people down. We were doing the dumping of those barrels, and there was this barrel, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is so good. We should make it a single barrel." I'm like, you have to make good. You have to take good barrels to make a good blend. Like you can't take all the B's and make a really good A. Like you need some A barrels and some B and C barrels can actually make them better.
Mhm.
But you got to take some really good barrels and to make a good blend. So we're gonna miss C, but C's gonna be pretty amazing by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reach
I
out.
blended B, D, and E. I left A out, and it is killer. I loved it.
All right, I'm gonna try that one without it.
Hey, Brian,
Big
do
something
you know
energy.
where in the Rick House C came from?
I could find it. Hold on. Give me a sec.
I was just going to say, next time you go, that might be someplace you might want to stop and thief a little bit.
Right.
We
what was the barrel number on C? What was the number C?
I don't know.
763-888.
So generally, Marty, we kept all these barrels low in the Rick House. We wanted them to just age slow. We moved a handful of them a little bit higher, but we actually made Wilderness Trail put them all low in the Rick House. We were given the slogan: if it's high in the Rick House, low on the shelf, right? Lower in the Rick House, high on the shelf. And so we went low and slow. Dad would say like barbecue, right?
Mhm.
And
we miss him tonight, by the way.
Yeah,
That one actually, Bill, is on the second floor.
So that's I mean,
that's
but that's second out of 6 floors, right? So we were on floor 1 and 2, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Wilderness
at the
Trail
top of the
6.
floor too.
Hmm.
All right.
1903.
So the 3 barrels blended together are definitely better than the 4 blended together. B, D, and E versus A, they're better.
Yeah.
That's better than adding A. So if I take A out and just add, and so if I add C to that, I bet it's even better, right?
Yeah.
That's what to me. That's amazing when you just how one barrel can make such a difference.
Go light on C though.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot.
Got to take C out entirely. It doesn't exist anymore. You guys bought it.
Yeah, but but we're gonna play now. We're gonna drink.
Well, now maybe you can find some more.
Oh,
seeds.
what are you? What? All right.
Maybe you find a spot for more that are closer to C.
Yeah.
I think C
So
would be
yeah, this
really
is what
good
I
for
do all
blending,
day.
too. Just had that depth. There was a molasses note on C. Oh.
I actually think it's amazing when I think about the 10 barrels we had. It wasn't like one stood out to us when we picked those 5.
I don't remember C being like this.
No, it's like one stood out tonight to everybody, but we didn't think about it that way when we were picking those barrels.
Yeah, but that night, the whole mentality was different. We weren't trying to pick a 1. We were trying to figure out which 5 don't belong.
Yeah, you find the outline. Yeah. And that's always been the amazing thing about doing a single barrel pick is that you, and any group that I've been with, you find the one that is most unlike the one you can pull off the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to spend more money on the one you're going to pull off the shelf. You look for that outlier that is special, unique, and different every time. And that's what makes a single barrel program so much more fun than anything else, is because it's a fingerprint. It's different. It's unique, and it's not going to happen again. You get 200 bottles of it if you're lucky, and then it's gone. And I love that temporal nature of it.
Speaking of 200 bottles, how many are we allotted as the pick team of this particular?
All you want.
Well, everyone's getting 2 except for you, Adam. You don't get any. Sorry.
Ooh, that may be a fight.
So I was going to say that means we get 4. I got it. Perfect. I'm good.
That's Marty's call, Adam. He can tell you whatever you want, and I would imagine you can get as many as you want, to be honest with you.
He knows that.
So the oils that are left out on C are phenomenal. Just smelling it empty by itself.
Yeah, the ABDE as a blend, that's got some nice stuff going on. It's a little sharp in the front.
Yeah.
But it finishes nice. The nose is nice.
Brian, take
I think
A
it needs 3
out
more
and
things.
just do the 3 barrels, and it's better.
Dude, take
So which
A
one?
out.
You're saying
A gives it
B?
that
Just do
sharpness.
B, D, and E. B, D, and
B,
E.
D, and E?
It's better without the A.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
See, and that's one of those things you find an A barrel and you start putting stuff in, then you end up taking an A out simply because it adds something that does not help the collective.
And generally, wasn't A the worst barrel that we thought tonight out of the 5?
Not for me.
No, I think it was Delta was the.
It was D.
Delta
Was D the worst one?
Yeah.
I think the finish of B helps the mildness of D and E out.
Yeah, I think I messed up. I ranked A above E, and I should have ranked E above A.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
I knew you guys would come around. I knew you'd come around.
I do like E.
Just give us long enough. We'll choose another
Basically, the overall scores from 5th to 1st were D, A, E, B, C.
I mean, just follow my guide. You're good. I mean, you know.
Hey, Toby, how much in the big bottles do you have? Like when you pour B&B's 3 samples, okay? Do you have enough for one more set of 3?
No.
Shit. Okay.
No. Also,
Well, we could take
those were 750s, Marty. Sorry.
We could take our bottles when they come, and you could take a sample of those to Knoxville.
No, I'm going.
Oh, for the other store.
Yeah.
To sell.
Well, no, because I'd already poured these samples and sent them before I knew about the other store.
The fact
all I have of C is 1 2-ounce sample for B&B.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm hoping B&B will take a lot of them, and then we sell out the rest. And I take the bottles I buy to the liquor store. It's called Super Bowl. They're new, but they're doing things the right way. I have to give them. I walked in, guys. I can't tell you. It warmed my heart to see a store that, they put stuff out and it wasn't allocated. Even if it was allocated, they're doing good picks. Their picks were good. They've been in business 6 months, but their pricing was right. And they have a passion for bourbon. I'm standing on the aisle and they wanted to get to know me. And they're like a massive store. Almost, they have the same collection as like a Total Wine, but they do picks based on bourbon drinkers. They have things that people drink, not what's said, not what's just flashy or this or that, right? And the guy came up to me and he started getting to know me and my palate, and he started making recommendations. He took me over and just started pouring stuff. I didn't ask for it. He just started doing it. He doesn't know me. And I walked out of that store. I think I bought $300 worth of bottles from them based on pours they gave me. Then we started talking about McBrayer and what the picks we're doing. He's like, man, I would love to have something like that here. And this is his key quote. I want what Total Wine can't get and won't get.
There you go. So I can send you, just like B&B, I will send you the old a 2 ounce of the old McBrayer, which is our pick, and I'll send you a 2 ounce of the Cedarbrook, which is our pick. And I just don't have any of. I had to wring out the Judge bottles just to cover tonight.
I just ran back into the blending room.
I've got 1 ounce of old McBrayer right here. Our pick.
Yeah, I just ran back into the blending
wait,
room.
Hold on. Is that tonight?
And,
no. This is old McBrayer, the 8 year.
I don't need that. I have that. I'm talking about tonight.
I don't have any tonight.
Well,
yeah, that's the problem.
Here's how I'll play it. I'm going to see what Ben.
Toby, I just ran back into the blending room and see if I had any more barrel 9 back there, and I sadly I have none, so I can't help you. Tried.
No worries. We'll get them 2 out of the 3 up front, and B&B will get all 3 up front, and that's a good start, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Once they take what they're going to take, and then we sell whatever online, then if there's any left over, I'll take it to the other store. If there's not, my goal is we sell those out, and then we do another pick for that store.
But here's the thing: is if you take them the samples of the Cedarbrook and the old McBrayer, and they try those, and they know that B&B's picking those up, if they just see the package for the Judge with the black label, the black box, they'll probably pick it up just to kind of complete the trio type thing.
Yeah.
So
I've got that covered. So, but
thank you, Trey. That's awesome.
Well, Bill, I mean, you're putting out, your story is amazing, but a story is great, but what's the juice? What does it taste like? And you're putting out a really good product. It needs to be out there. And for those watching, man, you've got to get a bottle. You just have to, if you never trusted anybody, you buy a bottle of this. Don't trust me, trust everyone else here. But the thing is, the juice is good. The brand's going to be around a long time if you keep putting stuff out like this. And
thank you.
I want to see it in more stores because you put this side by side. It's crazy. I pulled our other control pour tonight. Y'all didn't see it, but it was a Doc Holliday 10-year, right? And yeah, Mark.
I love being in control sometimes.
I can do the same to you, Marty.
I know, dude.
But the Judge, this was our other control pour, was, this blew it away. I mean, it's not even the same class, and it's 3-4 years younger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's crazy. But
hey, Brian, did Dad share with you that 9-year-old pour yet?
Oh yeah. So my brother, I treated him to bottling at Bardstown, and because he'd never seen that side of the production at all. So I took my younger brother with me, and we were bottling. We have 5 barrels we bottled that day, and Trey had to run down some extra labels. We ran short. I thought we were going to be short a bottle, so I brought 10 cases of bottles in my car, and we ran short of labels. So Trey ran down from Cincinnati, ran down labels, which we threw on the machine. And he's like, oh, and here's a sample of the first barrel. It's 9.5 years old. This was the first barrel that Bill and Bill Sr. Put down.
So my brothers and all of my family, we came there. We signed the first barrel, and I told my dad, I said, "That's your barrel. Whenever you want to do it, that you can have that barrel." He said it's going to be for his weight, but that bourbon is now almost 9.5 years old.
Oh wow!
Wow.
I put him a sample
he
the
gives
other
me
day.
this. He gives me this bottle, and my brother and I get back to my house here, and I opened it up, grabbed 2 Glencairns, and poured what was left of that sample. There was maybe an ounce left, and we just sat there. And my brother was like, "Man, that's really good." And I said, "Do you understand what it is you just had?" I said, "You had the rebirth of a legend." And he's like, "It tastes like a legend." I mean, it was really, really. It was emotionally, it was special, but beyond that, man, did it taste good.
So we got those samples in
because it's gonna be incredible.
We got those samples in a week and a half ago, and I was home, and it was a 200 milliliter sample, and I went over to Dad's house and we sat and drank the majority of it. The only part that was left is what we gave Brian. He's like, "You got to give me a sample." But I mean, and that's special, right? That's special. You get to sit there with your dad. He's going to be 79 years old this year, and we sat and drank some of that together, and we put that barrel together 9 years ago, and it tastes amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
So some of these barrels that we're holding back, it's going to be interesting what they turn into over the next few years.
No kidding.
Well, it's fantastic.
I mean, what we have now, we're drinking that 6 years old. Can you imagine what this tastes like at 10 years old?
That's
Is that Bardstown distillate?
No, we had this made at Wilderness Trail.
Wilderness Trail. Okay.
Yeah, with the corn we grew down the street, and
okay,
the whole mash bill thing, right?
So proprietary mash bill contract distilled at Wilderness Trail. The Cedar Brook is distilled at Green River, and the Old McBrayer is distilled at Bardstown.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what was interesting is about Old McBrayer. This is a good story. So I actually bought some barrels, and I was laying down some other barrels at Wilderness Trail that were going to be for Old McBrayer, and they're a 70-24-6. So WH is 88-6-6 generally. So we did 20-70-24-6, and I did that at 105 barrel entry proof. And I have a few hundred barrels of that laid down, but then they quit working with us, and I had to get some bourbon to make for the Old McBrayer trademark. And I bought these barrels that were the 70-18-12 mash bill, and we really liked it. And then when Campari said they weren't gonna make for us anymore, we stuck with that mash bill. And so I've laid down, I don't know, 600 barrels of that stuff now, and but I needed some older stuff because we have this 8-year bottle and bond, which we were like. Well, what I found out is that mash bill was started by Angel's Envy, and so they started that mash bill there. There's not a lot of it out there, and they use that for some of their product, but then a few people, there's some older stuff out there, but then they pivoted from it. And so we really like the mash bill, so we're going to stick with that mash bill from Bardstown Bourbon Company, and we just found another 100 and some barrels of that's about 6 years old. We're gonna secure those barrels, and so that's going to get us through. And we got another 150 of them that are like 4.5 years old right now. We got another 600 of them that are laid down that are 1 year old, and new. So we feel like we might have a little gap between the 4-year and the 1-year-old stuff, right? So we got to figure out that yet, but we're going to work on that to figure out that gap. But that was a new story I learned this week. That was a mash bud laid down by Angel's Envy.
Hey, Bill, you have. I know you do. I'm just curious now that, like, I hate to keep going back, but I'm really curious now that, because me and Toby spent like an hour together one night just looking at the photos he took of the property.
Yeah.
The rick houses that I know you want to kind of get to it eventually to store it there at the property. Do you have a spot on the property that you want to do that at?
It's up by it's not too far from where that shooting shack is. That's the highest point, right? Okay. And so the distillery piece is just down on just down away from that, maybe, what would you call that, 50 to 75 yards to that flat spot, Toby. And then but up there at the top, so it's going to frame in that whole piece of property. If you're coming in Upper Sales Road, you'll see the rick houses behind it, and you'll have the distillery right below it, and then the creek just below that, and some bridges you can walk from the distillery over the creek to the walking trail to go to Wild Turkey's place.
Looks like you can get some really good sun on those hills up there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, and that's what you want, right? You get that sun, you get them breathing a little bit, and open up to get the airflow in there. Should make some wonderful whiskey.
Are you going to do metal buildings, or are you going to do wood?
Yeah, so I've thought a lot about that, right? Now I'm supposed to get a quote later this week from Busey Construction, right? So they are, if you're going to build a rick house in Kentucky, they say you use Busey. They are the traditional rick house building company in Kentucky.
Are those concrete pads?
Well, yeah, they have a concrete pad, but whatever Busey does, they allow it to breathe, the air to breathe under the concrete to get up there. So the bottom barrels get a lot of air into them as well. Some people are doing some different things to build rick houses today that might be a little bit less expensive. Now I haven't gotten the price yet, but the traditional, the majority of rick houses in Kentucky were built by Busey Construction.
Okay. When you pour those pads, I'm going to be on site, because me being the civil engineer, I'm just really fascinated with how that's going to work, how they do that.
Yeah.
That's something I, of course, have never done as a civil. I just, I know how to do lightweight concrete. I know how to do concrete slabs. I know how to do all that stuff. But I'm really interested in seeing how they do that with that airflow. So I want to, I'll get with you way before that. But no, hellfire, that sounds very fascinating. I want to see how they test that.
I want to see if they're doing piles or caissons.
Yeah, and it is pretty interesting. So that's the direction we're going to go. But then, some of the barrels that we got from Green River for our Cedarbrook product, that was when it was the Ozzie Tyler distillery before they changed the name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some of the best barrels we have are top filled, and they're sitting on pallets, right? And you're just like, why do those barrels taste better than the ones that are in a traditional rick house? But they are. Brian, would you agree with me? Right?
Oh, absolutely.
And so, we're going to go down the direction of traditional. We are a traditional legacy bourbon company, and we're going to do everything we can to be as traditional as possible, right? So that's what we're going to do. But there are other people that are building, putting them on pallets and stacking them and putting them in concrete buildings, and that's what they do. But
I have a theory on this.
Yeah,
there's more stave contact than head contact.
Yeah, there are people that believe that, right? And there are people that believe that you want it on the side, and that's you do all those things. But yes, if you look at that from an engineering perspective, there's more barrel contact when you vertically, store the barrel versus on the side.
And it's all in grain, in the wood grain, and how it's cut.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but that's not traditional.
Quite a few of us on screen here have had some really, really good whiskey just in the last few months. That's all coming from OZ Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
It's all coming out of Elkwood up in Lexington, but they're all old OZ Tyler barrels.
Bill,
right?
Barrel King.
Hey, Bill and Brian, in the next 5-6 years, when we, I think it's safe to say we're going to try to do this at least every year with Legends of the Oak and Whiskey Nose, the group, and all that. But do you think that you'll have your barrel selection tasting room at the Rick House, or will you have it exterior back at the main location at the visitor center, or what are you thinking?
Well, so I've worked with Joseph and Joseph is my architect I've been working with. They built a lot of distilleries in Kentucky, and they talk about having a rick house that is kind of like the tasting rick house where you're pulling barrels and you have people coming in and things like that. We also have a design on the property that the shooting shack becomes the barrel select. We redo the shooting shack. We call it the shooting shack, right, out of tradition for the property.
Yes.
And we make that a tasting room for single barrels, right? We maybe the rick houses will be all surrounding it, and you grab some barrels, you bring them in, and you do stuff at the shooting shack overlooking the property at the highest point.
I think you got it figured out.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some really fun stuff that we've talked about and looked at and things, and so it's going to be amazing.
How much fun would it be to say, "Yo, I selected this barrel at the shooting shack"? I just think that sounds cool.
Well, especially if you're sitting there picking a barrel and you see like a 10-pointer walk by, and I pull out my damn 30-06 and drop that sumbitch right there where he stands.
You can do that. It'd be no problem.
Y'all be over going like, I'm getting some, I'm getting a little bit of, charred wood. Got him, boy. Dinner's made.
Hell,
you can have a damn hunt experience. What barrel pick hunt experience?
Yeah.
I think we're going to get this 50-gallon still
after him.
Yeah, it's just called the barrel hunt. There you go.
Well, you could partner with Taurus. They make a judge.
The nose is particular of gunshot residue. I'm not real sure.
I plan on putting a 50-gallon still on the property so we can get our licensing and things like that. I think we should do a whiskey nose, just new make, let it age on the property.
I told you what I want to do. You and Brian know what I want to do next.
Well,
so
we want to do rye next, right?
Well, I wasn't going to say it out loud, but yeah, we're going to do.
Yeah, we're going to do a McBrayer rye, but I think we need to actually make
would have been a competitor to Fireball.
We'll make a rye just for whiskey nose on the property, and we'll age it there. And when it gets to be old enough, we'll barrel it, and we'll.
Then we'll start finishing and some stuff. Yeah, hell yeah. Hot damn! I got to cover my.
Here comes the first backer blend.
No, it's getting fired up here.
Marty's smuggling raisins over there.
They're turning into damn grapefruits real quick. Getting fired up.
Whoa!
Easy, boy.
Now, Bill, you were saying that one mash bill that you've moved away from. Do you still have those? And
I do.
Is there a plan for that as a special bottling or any idea?
I have no idea yet.
Okay.
So did I not pull any of those barrel samples in the stuff I sent, Brian?
They're not in that. No.
Shit. I forgot. I was going to pull some of those. So those are now 4 years old, the first of them. And I tried them when they were 3 years old, and they're pretty amazing, to be honest with you. Right?
I have not. I haven't reviewed any barrels that are less than 5. So.
No, these are the 70-24-6 105 standard corn barrel entry stuff that I was going to use for Old McBrayer. So what I have considered is that's a higher rye mash bill, that maybe we do that at a lower barrel entry or lower proof, and we make it a mixer and we use them. But I think I'll put a different Old McBrayer legacy label on them, right? Because the labels we have now are you should expect a certain thing when it says Old McBrayer with the label we have now. But I have 4 or 5 different Old McBrayer labels that have been used in the history of that brand. and maybe do a single barrel or maybe do a 93 proof because it might be a good mixer and just make it a lower proof stuff or lower price thing for our fans and get through them. But I will tell you, there will be some amazing single barrels that are in that thing in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Marty, what do you think?
Cool.
We
I'm here
spin
for
the
it.
wheel here in about
I'm ready.
15 minutes. 11:30. Let's do it 11:30.
All right, we'll do it. We'll go at 11:30. I know Bill's got to get to bed. He's got to.
Yeah,
I mean,
one
I got to
quick
get up in
reminder.
4.5 hours. I mean,
We got
Yeah, screw it. Keep
we
him
got
up.
Jack Daniel's Heritage, a bottle of Green River single barrel 117.6. Yeah, cast strength, and then a Judge, all in the giveaway tonight.
guys, the last 3 picks that we've done together over the last few weeks have been awesome. I've loved it. I'm so excited when we're going to do the release.
Yep.
Excited to get them down in Nashville or Tennessee, Knoxville area, Trey, and I can't thank you guys enough. It's been great.
Well, this isn't a one and done. We're gonna try to do it every year as much as we can because I know the interest is there. I know when people get their hands on this. I was texting. I can't remember who. I've been on the phone all night with texts and stuff about this pick, and I was like, there's going to be ample opportunity with the yield on these bottles. Once you do your first order, and get those bottles, you should have a chance to go back and back it up once you try it.
Yeah.
So I think with the Cedar Brook, this and the 8-year, I think you're going to be quite pleasantly surprised of the value that you just put into these bottles on out of your wallet to get these for how good they are. So,
and Bill, if by any reason for Knoxville, if you need any contact toward Nashville, I can help you.
No, thank you. Like I said, I'm going to meet with those guys in the middle of about 5 weeks from now to get things kicked off is how I think it's going to go. I was a little bit disappointed they couldn't see me until the middle of April once I went through all this freaking paperwork to be down in that crazy state of yours. But it's going to be exciting and it's going to be awesome. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to knock it out. I got to get it done. But you guys, it was wonderful. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Okay?
I'll call you, Bill. We'll get called up.
Yeah. Thanks, Marty. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, man.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. Thank you, Bill.
See you guys actually
Brian, say what
past
you
his
really
bedtime.
think.
What's that?
I said, go ahead and say what you really think. All right, you're clear.
You know what? I will tell you what I really think. I have never worked for anyone as amazing as Bill McBrayer. The first time I had him over here for dinner, he and his wife came over for dinner because he had no idea what I did doing bourbon tastings with dinner. A specific bourbon to go with each course of a meal. And we really hit it off that night. And it was after they left. I'll say this now because he's not on the air. But after
it is, but it's not.
Well, yeah. I looked at my wife and I was like, I got to work for this guy because everything that you saw tonight, that is exactly Bill McBrayer. He is as genuine as it comes. And I've never worked with anyone who is just that focused on his family's legacy and doing exactly what was right. It feels so right working for him. I have the best time every day. I get up and I do stuff, and this is the best job ever. It really is fantastic. I'm truly blessed.
Yeah, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the spirits have been fantastic. I've got multiple bottles of different releases, and all of them are just, I mean, they're easy to say. And you know what? I need to get Roger to speak a little bit because Roger really was the first McBrayer follower of our group. And Roger's like, "Hey guys, you got to talk to Bill. You got to, you got to drink some McBrayer. You got to get into this." So I'm really, I guess, let me ask Roger, what do you think of these picks? Are you tickled, or I mean, are you so excited like I am that you got to sit on your hands so you don't wave at everybody? Or I mean, did it exceed your expectations? I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think of the three, Cedarbrook was the one that I didn't really have any history with, so I was pleasantly surprised with Cedarbrook. And so I'm really excited about Cedarbrook. My history with McBrayer was with the 6-year first, and that goes back probably maybe 3 years, 2 or 3 years before they even had an 8-year. And then the 8-year, and then the judge. And so, yeah, I would say, I mean, what we tried tonight, even though my number one differed from my number one lined up with your number one, Brian. And
ours just flipped. I had C and E close.
Yeah, I mean, but C, I think C was kind of like the no-brainer. Like it's the darkest. Everybody thought it was going to be the oldest, and it ended up not being the oldest. But I thought B was the hottest, and it turned out to be C. So it just shows that all 5 samples tonight were, even though they were different, they were all, I think A was like the odd man out. A was like, okay, get A out. And maybe D was second. But everybody else was in play, and so it was just so good. So yeah, I'm excited because I think I only have batches 4 and 5 of the judge, and then I've got 6-year and 8-year. And yeah, and then I've got a Cedarbrook. I've got one Cedarbrook bottle. So I'm excited to expand my McBrayer collection.
Let me say something real quick before I get off on the giveaway and everything here soon. I just want to thank Toby, Katie, and Ethan, and Bill, and especially Brian. Brian did the legwork of going and getting all 10 of these, 29 750s for us to break down when we did this last month or January in Lexington. That's unreal. That's unheard of from the pick world. And Brian, cheers to you for letting us do that. And I just thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to bring this to the community, because everybody's going to be extremely pleased with this result of what we did. It's funny because when I think back on the judge that night we were sitting there, that last night, we had a lot of work to do. I mean, we were going through these things hard, and people were coming up to us asking, just like the first night where we did the first 2, Cedarbrook and 8-year, we had a lot of questions. People coming up, and people were still funneling up to us. What are y'all doing? What's going on? All whiskey knows, whatever, and the Turks and everybody, and it kind of blew up again. But we really did well on picking some bangers for this blind tonight. And thank you, buddy. Just cheers to you for all your work getting them to us. That's fantastic.
Thanks, Brian.
You're very welcome. The thing that kind of blew me away that first night, we're sitting in the VIP lounge, and that was only open to people that had a booth at BourbonCon. That wasn't general public. Those were exhibitors. Those were other distillers and representatives from other distilleries. That wasn't the general public. So the people that were coming up, they had not had our stuff. They were other distillers, and they were stunned.
Yep.
You guys are sitting there picking. We're picking 5 of the 10 best from each of these 3 categories, and they were like, "What are you doing?" So I have a couple friends, a couple different distilleries, and he actually approached me later on. He was like, dude, what were you doing? I was like, yeah, we had 30 samples to go over in a day and a half to get it down to 15 so that they can get the absolute best. He's like, who did you do that for? I said, only them. That's the only one that we're going to do that for. And it's been an amazing trek traveling with you guys. I mean, just sitting with you guys that were there was a blast. I mean, I had the best time, and I set these things up. When I set up the program and did it, I've done so many barrel picks that it was like, I want to make every barrel pick special. I want it to be the best experience that you've ever had doing this. And that is my mantra. That is how I want to set these up. I want it to be the best thing you've done in bourbon, and you remember it always. Yeah, the bourbon's awesome, but I want you to go, and damn, it was a good time. That's really what I want you to walk away from. So I appreciate that you guys challenged me, number one. But number two, you guys were awesome, and we had the best time. God, we had a good time that night.
Did.
And the night after, that was great. So I can't think of a better group of people that I would rather do this with than you guys. That was awesome.
Katie, Nathan, you remember the first night after we got done with the pick, we were all walking in cursive, and we found the food over there on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we absolutely just ripped the ass in out of that damn dirty woman shorts on that shit right there. We just
The
tore
hell?
it up.
Oh man.
What are you talking about?
Seriously.
You had to be there.
I feel like Marty just volunteered me to violate all
Dang.
sorts of like decency laws.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll back it up. We could have eat the balls off a wooden Indian at that point, and we had that damn food sitting out there.
Farmer friend knows.
Yep. God damn, they had that shrimp. I bet, yeah. Lord God.
Shrimp,
Them scrimps, straight up scrimpies right there. We tore them up.
Creole, shrimp gumbo.
Yeah, you kept bringing that plate back, and it was just gone. Bring another plate back, it's gone.
Yep. We tore it up. Well, hell, they're going to throw it away anyway. Might as well eat it.
Right?
Yeah.
We're doing them a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, let's give away some whiskey. What y'all say?
No,
Yeah, let's do it.
early enough. Yes. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean that experience was, we've done several barrel picks, and that was probably my
Several thousand.
No, but
I am so happy to hear that.
The McBrayer was my favorite. Just being able to talk with you guys, like see the vision, talk to Bill and
His dad.
yeah, his dad. That was amazing.
And to have and to do it in stages where we had, we started with 29 and wind up with 3. I mean, that's crazy.
And to really dissect them, right? Like I feel like we got a glimpse into like what Brian's job is, trying to narrow down these barrels and really see what's gonna make it.
Damn right I did. Yeah, I can't ride it no more, but I can walk it overnight. All right, Brian, since you're our guest, how many times should we shuffle for the first one?
I'm saying 3 because we got 3 barrels.
1, 2, 3. This will be for my sample pack of all 3 McBrayers, the Judge, the 8-year.
There you go.
And the Cedarbrook. So rip it.
I like it.
Hell yeah. Let's get some Cedarbrook in people's hands. Oh, Dad, you were close. Mike T.
Mike Turner.
Good deal.
Yeah, congrats, Mike.
There we go.
Heck yeah.
Excellent.
Hey, Mike, if you've won these before, let me know.
Excellent.
I'll send something else.
Go, Mike.
Like, you know what? Marty, I can almost tell you he's probably in chat, but I think Mike has all the standard releases. So
That's okay. He can. I'll do something else for Mike. If Mike will just comment, I'll tell you what. I'll send him 2 samples of the Magnus single barrels I've got.
Ooh.
there you go.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Ooh, Lord.
All right, we shuffled 3 times. This is for the Jack
Yeah.
Heritage bottle from the Top Jimmy. Toby, thank you so much.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
What?
I gotta take notes.
Yeah, Mike got in there and said spin again.
All right. Marine Franchi.
Maureen.
Maureen.
Fancy Franchi.
Said spin again.
Nice.
Did you say Mike said spin again?
Yeah,
Did.
he did.
All right, we'll do that now. This will go back for the samples. Thank you, Mike. That's awesome, buddy. I'll send you something. Hell, Adam's had them.
Spin again.
All right.
Just don't remove my. Oh,
Marty.
I'll put it back.
That's
I'll put
fine.
it back.
That's
my
fine.
fault. No, it ain't. Because it's different. All right. This is for the Green River bottle.
Make me a pour sometime.
Randall.
Randall.
The Express.
Hang on. He may want to spin again because I just sent him this bottle.
Gave a good whiskey away around here. Jeez.
Let's do it again, just in case.
Yeah, Randall. Yeah.
There you go.
And again.
God damn.
What?
Roger doesn't have this bottle.
Yeah.
Roger, you don't have this?
No, I don't, but spin again anyways.
You're awesome.
Okay. All right.
Kevin O'Malley.
Ah,
There you go.
yeah.
Coffee.
Kevin.
Yeah.
All right, this is for the big one. This is for the judge, batch 5. This is crazy. What a giveaway.
Come on.
Oh. Icy. Let's go.
Oh, Mike T. Nope. Yes. Oh, he may
Rigged.
have this. He may. Hold on. Mike may have this. Mike, what do you want us to do, buddy? Waiting. I think Mike has this bottle.
Yeah, we'll see what he says. I'll tell you what.
Well, I'll tell you what, spin again. I have the bottle too. I'll send mine out if you want.
Mike said spin again.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you, Mike.
Spinning again for the judge.
For the here come the judge. Here come the
Here
judge.
come the
Here
judge.
we go.
Are you shitting me?
What the fuck? Who are these people?
You can spin it again.
Congrats.
Oh,
You guys have it?
We don't,
I don't know, but they got some good coffee.
let's see if we can get somebody
Right.
that's not on the panel to win it. How about that?
You're great.
Katie, you know someone will get you a bottle.
Ethan's like, speak for yourself. I want the bottle.
Express again.
Oh, God. He's got it too.
All right.
Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Just pick a name.
I'm trying, man. I mean, there's a lot of people on here that haven't won. It's not rigged. I swear it's not.
Rigged.
Mm.
Congrats, Gerald.
There you go.
Cheryl.
There we go.
It took-
Finally.
Gave some whiskey away finally.
Who won the samples? I did. Did Mike say spin again?
Yeah, you need to actually. Nobody did. You kind of glossed over it.
All right.
You're thinking in cursive, Marty.
Yeah. No
Yep.
shit, man. All right. The sample of all three. Here you go. Lord God, I've spun this thing till it's about broke. I got to oil it next time.
Marine.
Marine.
That'll work.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Big winner.
Keep it away from Gary, Marine.
Thank you, guys. Everybody that contributed, thank you so much. A whole lot of the panel put a lot of money into this. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'm grateful, and it's going towards our next pick. I can say that right now. Yes, Slapshot, I do all day and every night. So it is 11:30. I think we've been on 2 hours and a half. I want to say a couple things, and I'll let Toby talk, and anybody on the panel wants to say something as we close out. Brian, I've already said how much we appreciate all your hard work and everything you did. Where's he at? Did he bail?
Bailed out.
He Irish goodbye.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I dig it.
I was waiting for you to give your whole speech before you realized.
Well, I've got a couple speeches. So anyway, what I was going to say is, Brian, thank you so much. I'm sure we'll talk tomorrow, and I'll give you shit for this Irish goodbye because I like Irish goodbyes. Thank you, Lance. Guys, these picks, all three of these, and everybody here on the panel, so we have had 3 different sets of very trusted palates and noses on these things, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed in any of these. We're looking, I'm guessing, with kind of the information I grabbed tonight from Bill, that we're looking maybe late April for this to get dumped, and I think they're all going to be released close to the same time, so it'll be end of April, 1st of May. But I think I speak for the group, this is hopefully going to be a yearly thing for us. So hopefully next year in 2027, we're going to sit right here and start the year off and do the same thing. And as Bill continues to grow the property and get everything built, we'll transfer everything to there. We'll be on site, hopefully, to do these things and all that. I just want to say a lot of special thanks to the people that took time to be part of this pick group. All 3 of them. Guys, I'm grateful. We're a brand new whiskey society, and I think we're kicking it off with some of the best picks that we can do. And with that, if anybody wants to add anything before I close her out, please do.
Just real quick. I think that we're looking for these to be available mid to late April. But I will say that as of yesterday, we already have our next pick in the works. And so we're going to be looking to move forward with, doing another 2 picks from the same distillery here probably within the next month.
Yep.
So
awesome.
And it's stuff. What Toby's talking about, I'll just throw a little extra on it. Never been picked before, so that's safe to say, ain't it, Toby?
I think so. I don't know. Well, no, I take it back. Fred Minnick has done picks of, Fred Minnick has done picks at this distillery, but not exactly what we're doing.
Yep.
So,
ours are different.
Yeah.
Ours are different. So
ours are going to be a little different.
Yep. We'll let you know more, guys, as we get into that. This will be one of those deals where we're going to try to do the exact same thing as 4 of us go up, get there, go through all we can, narrow it down to 3 or 5, bring them back, select 2 pick teams with other people, and just the community in large, and get those picked. But we'll keep you posted as that happens. So anybody else? Katie and Ethan, anything? Drifting Drams Coffee, get your damn orders in, join Patreon, quit messing around if you haven't done it yet. So
yeah, I mean,
and also send your bail money to Adam as he needs it from time to time, just to bail him out from,
I was a
when he goes to these picks and climbs the barrels and the rick houses, he's very close to being arrested every time. So we got to have a little fun.
No. I'm OSHA certified.
Hell yeah. Then hell, there's no arrest there. Hey, Travis, thank you, buddy. And Roger, guys, thank you.
Thank you.
And Trey, get your damn blue jean shorts in the washer so you can drive your damn Corvettes. Man,
I have to. I mean,
say good night, Marty.
Yep. Good night, Marty.
Yeah, that's plenty.
Night, Marty.
Yep. Guys, thank you so much. We'll see you on the next live stream Tuesday on Whiskey Nose. We'll have Paul P., Dave Vogelsang, and Top Jimmy doing a blind. So we'll see how much of a train wreck we can create there. So, Toby, take us out.
Let's see. Whiskey may not solve all your problems, but it's worth a shot.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Thank you for watching this barrel selection with Legends of the Oak Whiskey Society, and thank you to the team that did this selection with us tonight. We will see you next time, and cheers, everyone.